EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He gives it to Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
They'll take over.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they prove their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
After the turnover, here's Murray. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Justin Burris. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Joey Sly lining up for the point after.
Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
To David Njoku.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. A first carry for the Fordham Ram, Chase Edmonds. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 20.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. Jordan Hicks, 3rd in the NFL in tackles a year ago, there to make the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, They go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
First down, Arizona. That's the end of the first.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Cardinals, nothing.
First and 10, here's Murray. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
And a Cardinal first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Able to slither by. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier, taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Murray to air it out again. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing again, Murray. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
DeAndre Hopkins.
That one goes for 24 yards.
At the 9-yard line.
Well, even I can figure out that DeAndre Hopkins is clearly one of the best receivers in the game. Over the last 3 seasons, over 1,100 yards in each season. And don't forget, defenses have been keying on him each and every snap. This guy produces no matter what the situation, no matter what the coverage. Just find him and get him the football.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down and 7. Here's Murray, a quick throw complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. He may try and run for this. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a fourth down. Let's think here. You're still just in the second quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I am taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know. Nice drive. We'll come back next time. We'll go get 6 then, but for now, we'll take the 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down at 4. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Nice third down conversion at even 20 yards.
At the 49-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. The Falcons' leading tackler a season ago, Devondre Campbell, gets another one there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving. Get your
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Gain of 1 yard. And the Cardinal.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Murray going to fire one out wide. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
But that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. On 2nd down, here's Murray. He'll set up the screen to Gray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
First down, Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down is Murray. This is the tight end, Njoku. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Cardinal first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Edmonds. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
At the Panthers' 14-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This is caught. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis? Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. And he finds Fitzgerald. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. From the gun, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
3-yard line.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Murray's pass intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
So no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
32-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Murray going to throw. the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Murray able to find Isabella. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. That's complete to Evans, his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Throwing again, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A gain of 14.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Complete.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 from the 8. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
To Chase Edmonds.
The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. This one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right?
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the third time. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Gonzalez to add the PAT.
Extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Cardinals 24, Panthers 7.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer.
For the point after.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Derek Brown brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the gun, Murray. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Murray now on first down. And they'll go back to Hopkins, and this time he's got him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Cardinals.
Operating from the gun, Murray. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Derek Brown in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Play fake. Murray. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
On the play.
And DeAndre Hopkins with another catch. And let's face it, when Arizona made this trade, there had to be no one happier than quarterback Kyler Murray, who had been pushing his management to draft his college teammate C.D. Lamb out of Oklahoma. But when they made the trade for DeAndre Hopkins.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona.
To number 10,
DeAndre Hopkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Greer. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. fielded just inside the 30. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Gain of 14.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies.
At the 46-yard
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
2nd and 6.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Third down.
The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. They'll run on first down. Edmonds, he's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Chase Edmonds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Panthers 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Davis. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. From the gun, a give to Davis. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Greer operating from the gun. He gets it to Thomas. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Out of the gun, Greer. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 15 yards on the play, first down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
2nd and 10. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Greer. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. An opportunity for them to salt this game away after that 4th down stop we just witnessed as they hold a commanding 3-score lead in the 4th quarter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on third down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Another carry now for Edmonds. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 8 yards there. First down, Arizona.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Cardinals first down.
And they will take a knee here.
Murray on the keeper.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cards, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on